Kia ora, morena, a tamari kia koutou katoa e te iwi e te wānau. Koutou ka ahono mai ki te wakarongo ki nei o ngā kōrero ki tēnei ui i tēnei ata tēnei te mei atu ki koutou katoa. Ko Thames Pua hau, te tehi o ngā kai pāpā o te korimako o Taranaki, e me i kau atu ana ki koutou i tēnei ata nau mai e rarau e te wānau. Kei takutaha ko tōku manu uri tuārangi tēnei, ara ko Meiana Gray. Ka tahi te wahine a tāhua ko Meiana, hana ki mohi mai koutou, ko ia te Operations Lead for the National Centre of Māori Suicide Prevention. And she joins us from Te Rauora, kei te whaitua, kei te takiwā o Waikato ai e mahi ana, i raro i te tā uu, i raro i te maru o te kaupapa o Te Rauora. So this morning, good morning, first and foremost, good morning to our wānau who will be watching this interview and this kōrero this morning. We are speaking with my beautiful, fabulous manuwhiri tuārangi. Her name is Meiana Gray. She is the Operations Lead for the National Centre of Māori Suicide Prevention under the auspice of Te Rauora. Meiana, tēnā koe, kia ora.
Tēnā koe, Tamsin, and ata Māori e te whānau. Ko Meiana taku ingoa, no Otaki ahau, he uriau o Ngāti Raukawa, kei kiriro, engari kei kirikiriroa e noho ana. And as you said, my mahi is with Te Rauora's Centre of Māori Suicide Prevention, so thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful to be able to come and kōrero about this kaupapa with you.
Kia ora, tēnā koe Meiana, and thank you for being available to have a kōrero with me today on Te Korimako o Taranaki. It's always such a pleasure to have our wānau, our kaimai, and the people who do extraordinary work for Te Rauora join us on Te Korimako o Taranaki. So thank you, Meiana. It's such a pleasure to have you with me. So let's talk about your beautiful mahi that you do for the Centre of Māori Suicide Prevention. Can you share with us and our listeners what your role is and the mahi that you do, particularly within this space?
Aye. So with the Centre of Māori Suicide Prevention, I'm part of a team that has the privilege to distribute funding specifically for whānau, hapu, iwi, iwi-led programs or initiatives that are specifically for suicide prevention and wellness. So that's what our mahi is, and really hoping to spread that kaupapa for everybody.
Kia ora, tēnā koe Meiana. This is a very, very special kaupapa, very important kaupapa. I just want to honour the work that you do, and your team and the wānau who work in your space with you as well. Do you have a big team that works with you?
We've got kaimahi all throughout Aotearoa, and we really are whānau centred. So we're really bringing, we've got programs that we share for whānau in every rohe. So yeah, ngā mihi.
Rawe, beautiful, thank you. Could you please share with us some kōrero about this particular suicide prevention campaign that Te Rauora is running at this time, and also what it entails, please?
So we really believe that preventing suicide is everyone's responsibility. We need everybody on this waka with us, and particularly for Māori, we recognise that we actually hold the solutions already, whether we realise it or not. We hold those solutions to look after each other. And so the task is being able to tap into those solutions to allow by Māori, for Māori approach to build the capability of our whānau for our own oranga. And so we have this funding, the Māori Community Suicide Prevention Fund, that has really come about to enable that to happen. So it is a fund that supports whānau-led solutions that strengthen Māori whānau, hapu, iwi, and communities. It's really Māori ownership of Māori wellbeing and suicide prevention.
Ka rawe. I see that Rio Hanapa from Sons of Zion as a part of this campaign. For those of our whānau who tune into Te Korimako o Taranaki and many of our iwi radio stations around the Motu, you may be listening to Rio Panapa talking on ads. Also, there's some wonderful posts of him up on our Facebook pages as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about Rio Panapa's involvement in the kaupapa Meiana?
Aye, we are really grateful for Rio's tautoko with us on this. He said in his kōrero that this kaupapa is close to his heart. Having experienced a loss in his whānau, and for us, and many of us, we've felt the impacts of suicide in some way or another. Enough for us to say enough. If I go back, in the 70s we had Dame Whina Kupa leader Hikoi, and everyone rallied together and they had this campaign of not one more acre. Well, here we're asking everybody to rally together for not one more life, not one more. So look, if you're listening and you're watching and you've seen a need in your whānau or community that has to do with your whānau wellness, your mental well-being, suicide prevention, or supporting bereaved whānau who have experienced a loss, if you've seen a need and you have an idea on how to awhi in that space in some way, then we need you and we can help. So you have the solutions and we have the funding to help you. So really, in the end, it benefits everyone involved, and there's positive ripples that we want to continue to flow from this, and so that we don't have one more loss.
Beautiful. Tēnā koe. Thank you, Meiana. Now, could you talk to us about some of the initiatives and some of the kaupapa, the campaigns perhaps that have been supported by this fund in the past?
Aye, so this is our third round of funding for this, and we have $1.6 million to distribute. And in the past couple of years, we've had some really beautiful initiatives, whānau-led initiatives that really run the whole spectrum from wellness to prevention to postvention. We had one whānau that was disconnected from their tūranga waiwai due to the impacts and loss they had to suicide. And their initiative was to take their whānau back home, to reconnect to their whenua, learn their whakapapa, whanaungatanga with their whānau there. And what a beautiful experience they had learning about who they were and where they were from. It strengthened their identity and sense of belonging. And we know that that's a huge protective factor for suicide prevention. Having that sense of belonging and knowing who we are as Māori.
Beautiful.
We've also had other initiatives. We had one whānau who had experienced the loss, and it was part of their journey in dealing with that loss. Their initiative was that they learned to express their emotions through art, and they held workshops, and it was a beautiful thing. At the end of it, they had an exhibition where they showed their work, and it was, it was really wow. It was beautiful to see, the journey that they were going through, and moving from Hininui Te Pō into Te Ao Marama, and being able to, awhi I one another through that and through art. Initiatives we've had using our mātauranga Māori, connecting, using rongoā, connecting rangatahi with their whakapapa, using maurako, kapahaka, rongoā, mirimiri, all sorts. We've had whānau, learning about using mātauranga Māori and learning about tangaroa and how to collect kaimoana and feed their whānau, and beautiful things that really encompass te ao Māori.
Beautiful. That sounds amazing.
It really is amazing, and it's really all to build our identity, strengthen our whānau, and build that resilience together.
I love it, Meiana. And isn't it beautiful that everybody comes back to the centre of it all, which is te ao Māori nei, that
Aye,
reconnection, that feeling of
aye,
of belonging.
absolutely, and that's really important for us as Māori, but specifically for us to help each other for have those kaupapa-based Māori solutions.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely beautiful and inspiring. Having that wraparound support as well from the whānau and knowing that, people are there being connected, iwi, whānau, hapu, and rebuilding that. It's rongoa, isn't it? It's healing.
Aye, absolutely, and that's what we want, and that's why we believe that suicide prevention belongs to whānau. It belongs for us to be able to help each other and tautoko each other in this space. So if you're listening and you think, there's nothing really I can do to contribute, there actually is, and we can help fund that for you. We can help, get those initiatives moving for your rohe, for your whānau, for your communities.
Ka rawe. Well, in terms of applying and for the funding or for this particular fund, how can our whānau apply and who should they contact if they, would like to contribute and perhaps, start an initiative such as those that you have mentioned?
Absolutely. Well, we've actually got 4 funding streams that are available, and applications are open now. If you get together with your whānau or hapu and organise yourselves that you have a registered bank account, then you're eligible to apply for funding up to $10,000. If you're a local community group that is already a legal entity or a registered charity, then you can apply for funding up to $25,000. We also have funding specifically for iwi and Māori providers. So if you're connected with them and there's providers who are delivering services for Māori, they are eligible to apply for up to $50,000 and even up to $100,000 if they're collaborating with other iwi. It's a really excellent opportunity for whānau who are wanting to engage with whānau affected by in this kaupapa. We have a website, so you might have seen that running in the banner at the bottom. It's www.centreofmaorisuicideprevention.com. So please look us up. Applications are open now and they close on the 18th of April. So there's more information on our website. There's contact details there. There's 0800 number. There's email. If you have pārtai, please call. We're happy to kōrero and be able to make this as easy as possible for you guys.
Sure.
You'll find us there at www.centreofmaorisuicideprevention.com. And applications forms are on there too, and it's an online process which is pretty straightforward. But as I say, we're happy to kōrero and tautoko you with doing that as well.
Awesome, Meiana. With regards to the 0800 number, have you got that 0800 number for us?
I do. I don't know it off by heart. I have to look it up.
We can find it on the website.
Yes, it's definitely there on the website.
Rawe.
Sorry,
Because
I should.
All good, Meiana. What we can do is we can pop it in the comment section of this interview as well, because this will be up there for our whānau that might be at work and will come back and watch this later on tonight,
beautiful.
tomorrow. Yeah, so it'll stay up on our Facebook page. It is 9:15 right now, so people are probably at ma'i and doing their whatever they're doing today on their Thursday morning. But Meiana, I just wanted to also take this opportunity to thank you and all of the special people who work in this space with you. Suicide, tēnei mea tēnei ngāngara, te wakamomori affects us all in some way, shape or form. And it takes some very special people to work in this space to help our whānau to overcome this ngangara, and it's such a very deeply hard kaupapa for a lot of our whānau. So e mihi ana ki a koe. I would love if you've got anything else that you'd like to share with our whānau, with our listeners, and with our viewers who will watch this interview in the future. I would love to give you this opportunity. If there are any other wakaaro that you'd like to share, any key messages that you'd like to share from your space, from Te Rawora as well. Kei a koe te wā.
Kia ora. We're just really grateful for the initiatives that, we've been able to get to our whānau and communities already. Those initiatives have been doing some awesome mahi, and, they're great experiences for our people out there. So big mihi, ngā mihi nui kia koutou for those initiatives. And we really look forward to more initiatives coming through. So please, if you have some ideas on what mahi you could do, you can get together with your whānau and have a kōrero about it, and see that need. Come and talk to us and apply for this funding. We really want those solutions to really make a difference. We need everybody working together on this, and so have a think. Have a kōrero with each other, and come back and put something together that you can run for whatever community you feel the need. We've had some for rangatahi, or some especially for tāne, or some specifically for kōrero. So in whatever capacity, there are things that you can contribute and specific for your whānau. So we really want to build that for our communities and build that resilience. So ngā mihi, and ngā mihi to you, Tamsin. Thank you so much for having me.
It's honestly my honour to have you on the show with us today, Meiana. A very special kaupapa that is dear to our hearts as well. And if there's any way that we can tautoko and we can support here at Te Kurimako o Taranaki, then we're doing our very best to look after our whānau and our communities as well, Meiana. So to all of you amazing kaimahi that work for Te Rawora, and the work that you all do in the various spaces, looking after te iwi Māori wānui, I just am absolutely blown away by the work that you all do. I was very fortunate to have CEO Dr. Maria back on the show with me last week, speaking about Te Rawora. I think it was last week or maybe the week before, the birthday celebrations for Te Rawora. So congratulations to you all. Is it 40 years of Te Rawora, or 20 years?
I think it's 20 years, yep, 20 years. And it's really beautiful to be, to work together at Te Rawora. It's a beautiful organisation, and it is specifically for strengthening Māori health and well-being. And I feel grateful to be a part of that, and for the health and well-being and hauora of each other.
You're fabulous. It has been an absolute pleasure talking to you this morning, Meiana. And lots of aroha to all of you and your whānau there, and the Waikato as well. Beautiful to have you on board speaking with us on Te Kurimako this morning. Anō reira, e mihi ana ki a koe. Thank you, Meiana. Any final words?
Just ngā mihi, kia ora te whānau.
Kia ora, e te iwi e te wānau ko Meiana Gray tēnei. Joining us from Te Rawora in Waikato at the moment. She's in Waikato at the moment. So yeah, we've been talking this morning about this amazing fund that is available, supporting the National Suicide Prevention Campaign run under the auspices of Te Rawora. The links will be in the comment section of this interview for those of you who are watching in the future. Nō reira, e te iwi e te wānau. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please check out the website. I'll post the link in our comment section as well, www.centreofmaorisuicideprevention.com. And Meiana Gray, anō nei, kua ku mihi nui ki a koe on behalf of all of our crew here at Te Kurimako o Taranaki. Ngā mihi nui ki a koe, Meiana. Kia ora.
Kia ora.